Second decision. Is the person coming across more direct or indirect? Now, how do you tell the difference? Directness is a measure of pace. So indirect people, slower paced. Direct people, faster paced. Now, when I say slower and faster, I'm talking about the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they make decisions, the way they do things in general. Indirect people are slower. Direct people, faster. Indirect people, less assertive. Direct people, more assertive. Indirect people, more patient. Direct people, impatient. When it comes to risks, decisions, change, indirect people approach all three more slowly, cautiously, methodically, because indirect people have a tremendous inner driving need not to be wrong. So as a result, they check, they double check, they think about it, they sleep on it, they do their homework, their research, their due diligence, because they don't want to be wrong. Now, on the other side are direct people. When it comes to risks, decisions, and change, they approach all three more quickly, decisively, even spontaneously. Because their inner driving need is to accomplish and achieve as much as possible, get it over with, what's next? Now, I'll tell you, when they work together, when they live together, it can drive each other crazy. Especially if they practice the golden rule. And they're not sensitive to the differences. Think about it. The indirect people want to slow things down. Wait, we have to do this just right. The direct people want to speed things up. Hey, I got a lot to do. It's good enough. And that really is a big, right? The direct people, as long as it's good enough, what does it matter? Whereas the indirect people, it has to be just right. One last thing, when it comes to rules, indirect people follow the rules according to the letter of the law. But direct people, they follow the rules according to the spirit of their interpretation. We have two children who are indirect, two children who are direct. And we learned early on that with the direct children, you have to absolutely spell every possible contingency out. Otherwise, they're going to find the loophole, the gray area, their window of opportunity. When we would tell an indirect child, let's say if they did something that we didn't like, and we would say, no TV today, believe me, no TV. They would not even go in the room that had a TV. But with a direct child, you tell them, no TV today. 7:30 that night, I'm walking by the room, the den, and there's my child in there watching TV. And I'm like this, and he sees me, and he says, hey, Dad, come in here, you got to see this. Now, he's rubbing this in. I said, I thought I told you no TV today. He said, Dad, it's tonight. You need to be specific with direct people. If there's a gray area, they will find the loophole. So I'd like to know, again, most of the time in most situations, where would you put yourself? An A, B, C, or D. It's just a matter of degree. Very indirect would be an A. Very direct would be a D. Somewhere in between would be either a B or a C. Where would you put yourself? A, B, C, or D. Now, when you put them together, here's the key. We want to make two decisions about people. And I have to tell you this. The first 2 or 3 weeks that you go back and start using this, you actually will go through this process. Now, are they coming across more open or guarded? Or are they coming across more direct or indirect? You actually will think about it. But after 2 or 3 weeks, it will just come to you. You won't even think about it. It just happens.